Well, good morning. Welcome to the solo walk for June 1st. June 1st. Where's the year going? Anyway, welcome. Beautiful day. Just, where are we going today? A couple days ago, 3 days ago, we made a video about, you ever question what's real? That's been going through my mind, and as you, our reality, our perception of reality, manufactured and manipulated? I think it is. As we're come into this world and go about our lives here, I think our perceptions of what really is manufactured and manipulated. We come into this world and there's a nice paved road laid out in front of us. Do this, be a good kid, go to school, get a job, raise a family, do this, pay your taxes, do this, do that. And as we're going through that, up that manufactured road, those perceptions of what really is and what we really are manipulated to fit the program, to fit the script. Well, as we go through, you look around, you see the beauty, you can, from the paved road, you can see beauty, and you can see, some pleasures and that, but stay on that paved road. Don't veer off. Stay on the path and do your part. Be a good citizen. Be a good, basically a slave to the system, do what you're told, ask permissions, and that. I don't think you need to ask permission to be who you're meant to be. But anyway, we're in that manipulated, manufactured road paved out in front of us like that, and you start to question. So you'll see a little path off to the side. So yeah, I'm going to take this road. I'm not staying on that main road. I'm going to explore and I'm not sticking to that program. But you venture down that little road and it's still a manufactured road. Still manipulating you. It's a road that I think has been put there to deceive you and to lead you to, if you're questioning the main program, well, here, let's let you wander down this little program here, and it still isn't affecting the powers that want to be manipulation of humanity, of civilization, and that what those powers are. We can have a discussion on that, but that's not for today. I don't think. Just that there is powers that want to be. Anyway, so you go down that path, and then you say, well, that's leading me to another box. So you find another little path that's not quite as prevalent as that, and it's just a path cut through, and some beauty down that way, and some new information, and that. But again, it's a manufactured path. We can go down it, and it's safe to the system to allow you to go down that path and think that you're heading to who and what you are. But in all reality, it's still a manufactured path, and it's still leading you away from who and what you are, and it's so you follow that path for a little while, and then you discover, oh, this is still leading me to another box, and that. So in my viewpoint, for you to come to the understanding of who you really are, you know, you got to get off those paths and get in off the main paved road, like I've said back in some of the other videos and that, with my analogy of the solo walk. Get down into the ditches, get down into the fields and the mud, and to understand who and what you really are. So you get off that next little path that was cut out, and you start walking down, and you get into the depths of who you are, and into the off the beaten path, and oh, you'll find a little path maybe somebody's walked before, just a little bit, and helps you find your way a little. But once you go down that path, and you maybe have somebody that's give you a little guidance to get there, but you need to step off that path and go on your solo walk. Get right out into the growth of nature, of who you are, of what you are, to discover the true beauty of life itself, and of nature, and of who and what you are, and to truly discover the power that is within you, and to realize that you are more than what the system's been telling you, what this manufactured story has been telling you, and the manipulation of your perception of what reality truly is. And that, so yeah, I guess I hope that makes a little sense. Just get off that beaten path, get off that main road, that paved road, start to wander down some of the little dirt paths, the dirt roads, the cut paths in the woods, and then get yourself right out off the path and discover that you can do this, that you got this. You don't need to follow that program. Yes, we're in this world, but we're not of it. So let's enjoy the experience of being here, the experience of just experiencing this, of experiencing life, each other. Let's learn to cooperate instead of compete. Let's come to the understanding that we're a human race, and that the division is a manipulation, is a manufacture, and it's just to keep you isolated, separated, scared. They've manufactured so much to keep you in fear, basically. You know, manufactured wars, manufactured hate, manufactured divisions, manufactured economic structures to control, to enslave. But anyway, we're more than that, you're more than that. And these systems are just there for that reason, to manipulate, in my viewpoint. And again, it's all my viewpoint. I hope you enjoyed the little walk through the woods. I hope I could, made a little bit of sense. But just admire that beauty. The beauty that comes from within, and that's all around us, that we've been given to enjoy, to experience. So anyway, I hope that makes a little sense. Know that you're a whole lot more than what you've been told. And know that you're loved. Give your loved ones a hug. Give them a big squeeze. Tell them they're loved. Look in the mirror. Tell yourself you got this. Know you're loved. Be blessed. Have a great day. We'll talk at you again. Bye-bye.